Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Wolverhampton Racecourse here on Monday. It is the 10th of February 2025. You're going to look the fourth race, 6 o'clock from Wolverhampton. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And I mean around the world. Let's look at the 6 o'clock, the fourth race from Wolverhampton, which is the best racing odds guaranteed at BetMGM Handicap. Class 5 handicap going for a purse of $9,000. Race for 3-year-olds who are horses rated 51 to 70. Six horses are going 1,900 meters or mile 3/16 on the Tapeta surface. Going to take the 2-horse Scarlet Sunset as a top selection. We're going to go 216 in the Tri-Cash trifecta. 216 Tri-Cash trifecta. Top selection 2-horse Scarlet Sunset. This 3-year-old Philip advertised. Ismail Mohammed trains, gets Syed up in the saddle. The horse's most recent outing came the 14th of December, locally here at Wolverhampton, over the standing mile 16th in the Class 5 mains fillies race, and she won by a half a length that day, and she stayed the trip well. She had a good tracking trip throughout. She might have been a little bit wide, but she had the great turn of foot to go away with it. Being the fillies home, that was a very good race. She's stepping up to a class, facing the boys here in a Class 5 here today, a little longer trip, which I don't think the longer trip should be a problem. I think she's, properly handicapped for the spot, and I think she can make it 2 wins in a row. It was an impressive first win around 2 turns. Prior to that, around the 1 turn at Lengfield on the poly track, some firms in July, or on the turf in July, and it's a main race in Lengfield. She finished third by 3 1/4 lengths that day, and she needs something more, but she got down the race course well. She handled the course well. Not a bad race. It was a definite improvement off her race tour, which was 2 weeks prior to Epsom. 7 furlongs in the Class 4 mains filly race, finished fourth by 4 1/4 lengths that day. She was very lackadaisical early on in the race, which caused her. She just kind of moved a little bit too late that day. She'd need the race for experience, but ever since that race, she's really been improving a lot. Coming here today, she could definitely win. The 1-horse Panama Black for Sean Levy and Brian Meehan can win also. Still a main here, but this horse finally going to a longer trip, which I think he's been crying out for. Most recently, 2 weeks ago, over the 7 locally in a Class 5 handicap, finished second by 2.5 lengths and had a wide trip, which cost him. He just couldn't get there late. Prior to the 7 at Kempton in January and a Class 5 handicap finished third by 1 1/4 lengths again, just sitting close to a fast pace, kind of yielded before the wire, but again, he got down the race course well, getting a good inside poster, going to be fairly paced. 5-2, one surprise with source steals it here. I'll use the source in the pick four in the quantity here, or not the quantity, the quad pot, but 3 count selection of the fourth, the 6 o'clock from Wolverhampton. Going to take the 2-horse Scarlet Sunset, give kudos to the 1-horse Panama Black, 216 Tri-Cash trifecta, 2-1 in the multi race. So let's one. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.